Avi Meyers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. Dial us up on the web at www.ntnm.org, where over 100,000 of you have watched shows. That is so cool. We're real big on community policing, caps24.org. In his spare time, Sonny Hirsch is the chairman of the District Advisory Committee for the 24th District. We urge you to go to your local CAPS meetings. It's great to see the police face-to-face. I would really stay away from message boards. I mean, it might be a nice way to meet people. You want to chat with your neighbors, got no problem with that. But there's nothing like face-to-face conversations, and speaking of the criminal justice system, one of the things we really like doing on the show, which is really something that more people should do, is present people that are running for election. And the rules of thumb are that even if somebody presents themselves to me, they still have to, my basic panel has to tell me that this person is good in order for them to get on the air. And I have one such person right now who's running for clerk of the circuit court, great, for running for judge of the circuit court of Cook County, the Dolan vacancy, and that's Linda Pauel. Linda, how are you?
Good, very good.
But tell us about well, first of all, a judicial race is supposed to be much more. You can't sell soap like a regular politician.
Correct.
So it's a dignified matter. What do you have to do in order to give people your message?
Well, the judicial races are a different kind of, they're a different breed altogether. Yeah. And the thing with the judicial races, which is good, is that you don't have the negative campaign and you don't talk badly about your opponents. I mean, essentially, all we can really do is we can just tell people about our qualifications. And so what I've been doing is spending a lot of time going out and meeting as many of the voters as possible, trying to rack up some very good endorsements, and just telling people, why they should vote for judges and that they should vote for the most qualified.
It really is a good thing to do, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
And people don't appreciate the fact that if they should appear before you, that's going to be one of the most important decisions that they're ever going to be involved in their life, potentially.
Correct. And that's what I try to tell people, is that we seem to spend a lot of time focusing on the top of the ticket candidates. And of course, those are very important. But people spend a lot of time researching the candidates who they think are, of the same mind as them and who are going to pass laws that they agree with. But then nobody focuses on the judges, who are the people who are going to, be entrusted with the enforcement of those laws. So it's kind of an interesting, phenomenon that nobody knows those people, and so it's important that we come out and we try and get people to know who the candidates are and encourage them to actually vote for judges.
Let's talk about your background.
Sure. I went to Chicago Kent here in Chicago, of course, and I was very lucky. I did very well in law school. I graduated, third in my class. And
nice.
And because when you graduate at the top of your class, people tend to, persuade you to go into the law firms. And so I did that. I started at a very good law firm by the name of Sacknoff and Weaver, and I was an associate in their litigation department. And I really enjoyed the work and the people, but my heart was really in public service. I was one of those people who went to law school because I was going to come out and save the world. So I decided that I was going to leave, and I looked around and I picked the City of Chicago's Law Department because I wanted to have a variety of different experiences. And so I started out in the criminal courts, and then I went into the licensing area. I wanted more jury trial experience, so I went to the tort division, and then I was promoted to supervise, and I've been supervising for the last 11, almost 12 years now.
Nice.
Yes. So, and I think that that was helpful because when the bar associations do their ratings, they'd like to see a variety of experience. And so I'm happy to say I was found qualified, recommended, or highly recommended by all of the bar associations.
Yeah, and also everybody I've talked to, and I'm kind of picky about who I'm going to let have input. Everybody speaks very highly of you, and it's obvious since even before we started the interview here, you're an extremely intelligent individual.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I mean, the thing that I also like to tell people is beyond just the bar association ratings. If you have several very qualified people in a race, how do you decide who you're going to vote for? And in my opinion, that comes down to really people's life experiences. Do they have enough experience that maybe they are a little bit more compassionate or understanding about the different kinds of people who come to the court? Are they going to really try to have as few biases as possible? And then just briefly, my life experience is that I was born and raised in Jamaica. I actually have mixed-race parents. My mom is half black and half Chinese, and my father is a Dutchman right out of Amsterdam, Holland. And he came to Jamaica just to fill in for a friend on vacation. and they fell in love, got married, and so I come from a very diverse background, and I think that helps me to be, much more fair-minded when I'm dealing with people.
At this point, we're out of time. I'd love
Okay.
to talk to you longer.
Okay.
But we do get cut off at the end. What is your website?
LindaJPowell.com, www.lindajpowell.com, and Punch 160.
Punch 160, and I probably will, as a matter of fact. So thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here, and thank you, everybody, for joining us, everybody, on the Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine. Bye-bye, everybody.